Happy almost holidays. It is December, 1 month left of the year. So this is going to be my final TBR of the year. I'm gonna go over everything that I want to read in December. Oh, sorry, hi. Also, my name is Marley. So I am actually going to be taking place in the Reindeer Readathon this year. I remember hearing about it last year, but I didn't partake. I think I didn't hear about it in time or something. But it is being put on by Break Even Books, and then there's a couple other hosts working with him as well. I got put on the Nutcracker team, as it is a team-based readathon and a competitive readathon where all the books you read are going to go towards points for your team. I'm not sure when they're closing the sign up, so maybe there's still time for you guys to join. I'll put any sort of info in the description about it. But basically how this works is there is a different prompt for each of Santa's reindeer. Each of them are worth different amounts of points, and if you read a book that fits that prompt, you get that many points. There's like bonus points and stuff too that you can get, but I don't anticipate that I'll get to the bonus points. So most of my TBR will be going towards that, but I also just kind of have my own like secret TBRs that I'm really going to be doing and doing vlogs for. So let me know if you can like decipher what the themes are for my reading vlogs in the comments. But anyways, let's get into it. The very first prompt for the readathon is called Dasher. Oh my god, I hope you can't hear that obnoxious noise from outside. And there's that annoying light from the window. Ugh, like I just wanted to film by the tree, guys. Anyways, so that is to read a short story collection or a novella. So I actually don't think I can film this actually with that noise. Okay, we're gonna try. So I actually don't think I'm going to. All right, it is a bit later. I'm hoping those people are done working now. As I was trying to say, I don't know if I'm going to do the short story novella prompt just because I don't really read those types of things and there's not really anything on my radar right now. Nutcrackers, don't kill me for skipping a prompt or two. Then for Dancer, the prompt is to read a book by one of your favorite authors. So I just decided to go with TJ Cloon. Now technically I've only read one of his books, but it was one of my favorite books of the year, and I anticipate that I'm going to continue enjoying his books. So for this, I'm going to go with Under the Whispering Door by TJ Cloon. I know that this one has to do with grief and death. I'm pretty sure the main character like dies and then you're just seeing him in like his afterlife or something like that. Yeah, it looks like it's a contemporary fantasy about a ghost who refuses to cross over. Should be interesting. People are loving it. So then we have Prancer, a book with a travel element, like a vacation or a quest or something like that. So for this, I'm going with The Invisible Life of Addie Larue by V.E. Schwab, another very hyped fantasy book. And I think this, I don't know how much travel this is gonna have, but I'm pretty sure we'll have some, as Addie lives forever, like she's immortal. So I anticipate that she's gonna be traveling around a little bit. At least I'd hope so. Like if you're immortal, why would you stay in one place? But this is about a girl named Addie who makes this sort of deal with the devil to get out of this like arranged marriage and arranged like life. Because of that, she is cursed, so no one can remember her. Like as soon as they stop looking at her, they forget about her, as far as I understand. And then one day, I think they're at like a bookstore, a library, and then she meets this guy who actually does remember her. And so then it's kind of like a romance. That's all I know. I know so many people have talked about this. It's a love or hate kind of book. So hopefully I love it and am as emotionally impacted as so many people were when they read this last year. Next up is Vixen, and this is a book that recently caught your eye. So for this, I'm gonna go with The Push. Sorry, I said that weird. The Push by Ashley Audrain. So I'll tell you what I think this is. I'm pretty sure this is like a psychological thriller about motherhood, which is what the push means, like pushing out your child. And I think it's something where like the mother hates one of her children and then she has another one and she loves it. I might be wrong about that, but I just know it does deal with the whole motherhood experience. So I'm not a mother or anything, but I feel like it would be a pretty interesting book, and I am reading it for a specific purpose. Next up, we have Comet, and that is to read a 5-star prediction. So TJ Cloon is making another appearance. I am going to read The House in the Cerulean Sea, which I definitely anticipate to be 5 stars, as so many people rave about this book, and it's honestly a shame I haven't gotten to it yet. But yeah, this was like a super popular book last year. I know it is a fantasy about this man who goes and like, I think just like like checks in on different like magical schools or schools in general. So ends up going to this magical school for orphans or something like that. It's like a bunch of kids, and then I think he might be kind of like a Scrooge type of guy at the beginning, but then he grows to like love the kids and falls in love himself with the guy who runs the orphanage. So it does sound very like whimsical and cute and beautiful. Yeah, because of that, I feel like it could be 5 stars, as it was for so many people. Next we have Cupid, and this is to take a shot at a new author that you've never read before. So for this, I'm gonna go with The Other Black Girl by Zakiyah Dahlia Harris. This is a thriller slash mystery, I want to say, that I've heard a little bit about. It is about this girl who works at a publishing company, and she, I think, is the only black girl that works there. And then this new girl starts, and she is like the other black girl. And then our original girl starts receiving like death threats or something, like threatening notes, I think wanting her to quit or like leave the company or something. And so I think it has a lot of like social commentary on the publishing industry and like racism in the publishing industry or just in general. I'm pretty sure people have been liking this one, so hopefully this will be good. The next reindeer is Donner, and this is to read a book with red or green on the cover, of course, for Christmas. And I'm going to try to read Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas, or I think the actual book, I think that's the name of this series. The actual book is called House of Earth and Blood. And as you can see on the screen, it is basically a red cover. Frick, do I even know what this one's about? I think it has something to do with witches, and it is an adult fantasy. Sarah J. Maas, everyone knows her. Like, she's that girl, everyone knows. Okay, so there's no mention of witches in this. Okay, so I was wrong about that. It seems like we're following this girl, Bryce, and her friends got killed by demons, so this is more of like a demon-centric story. She gets involved in like the investigation, and then we're also following this other guy who is a fallen angel named Hunt. It's been a while since I read like an angel story. There was definitely a theme back in the day with that, but yeah, it's just like a fantasy with these two characters trying to, I guess, take down these demons, and there's gonna be obviously romance and action and all that stuff. I think it's a pretty thick book, so I'm kind of scared. As you guys can see, there's a lot of thick books on this TBR, but I am hoping that with the Christmas holidays, I will have more time. Like, I'll have some time off from work in there, so let's hope. Let's hope. The next prompt is for Blitzen, and it is to have a book randomly chosen for you with like a poll or something like that. Honestly, I'm not gonna do this one potentially. I'm gonna see like if I get through the rest of my TBR, maybe I'll try and do this and have someone randomly pick a book for me, but I'm not really like planning for this one right now. And then the last prompt is of course Rudolph, and this is to read a standalone book because Rudolph is alone, I guess. So I want to try and read Not a Happy Family by Sherry Lapina. This is her newest release, and this would be the second book of hers that I will have read. I read another one by her like a couple months ago, and I quite liked it. It was like a 4-star, so I'm hoping I will like this one as well. I think I've heard mostly good things about it, maybe a little bit of mixed, but it is a thriller, and it is about this family, obviously, where the 2 parents get killed, and then the 3 children are like the main suspects for killing them. And so it's like, why would the kids want to like kill their parents? It's just like a typical thriller, like whodunit, but I love those stories. Yeah, I really want to get to this one, and obviously it is a standalone, as most thrillers are. So there's one more book on my TBR list that I have planned, and that is Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Booley. So this is a YA book. I actually didn't realize it is a thriller mystery book, so love that. I love thriller mysteries, but it's pretty cool because it's about a native teen, actually, which I have not read very many books surrounding native characters. That's on me. I really should be. So I'm definitely interested in seeing how this one goes, but it's about this teen who has, you know, gone through a bunch of hardships. It looks like she has to take care of her mother who is sick. And then there is a mystery where she meets this guy, so potential romance or something. And then she witnesses a shocking murder, apparently, and then just gets thrown into this investigation. So kind of vague, don't really know where it's gonna go from there. I think it will definitely be cool to read about a girl with a different like background and culture than me, as well as having some fun like mystery thriller elements. I'm sure it will not all be fun. I'm sure it will be like pretty serious and dark topics that are taken on as well. but I'm really excited for this one. I'm really excited for all of the books that I want to read in December. Let me know if you've read any of these and what you thought of them, and definitely stay tuned for upcoming vlogs where I read some of them, and then subscribe if you haven't already so you can see those. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great December, a great holiday season, no matter what holidays you're celebrating, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be coming soon. Bye. They stayed quiet. Yes.